Hi.
Our values are passion, care, imagination, and trust. Our vision is to ensure that each one of our products becomes a market leader in customer satisfaction and delight.
My mind is consistently blown with the work that my teams do and the passion and innovation that they bring every day.
They're passionate about their shows, they're passionate about the sectors that they work in.
What's really important is to make sure that every connection counts.
Don't forget, when you can't see, your other senses kick up a notch. Trust your ears.
The level of creativity, the level of entrepreneurial spirit is fascinating.
The way that we're leveraging technology and innovation is something that I haven't seen in other businesses that do what we do.
We have got scale, but we act with agility and with pace.
I've been coming to this show for 12 years now, and it just gets bigger and better.
Our events are moments in time, and the digital business is really thinking about how we extend that value beyond just the event.
How can we make things better than we've done on the prior edition or the edition before that?
Anything's possible.
All right, well, that was a little glimpse into Clarion Events. We are a global events company, and I get to happily lead North America. We run 50 shows a year, 12 different markets, and I have over a dozen media products as well. So today I want to talk to you about a new product we've been launching called Clarion Converge Plus. It is our answer to becoming a data intelligence platform for our sponsors. So when you think about what's going on in the world today, how often do you say out loud to your organization, our customers expect more from us? Show of hands, do you talk to your teams about this? We talk about it, my team is raising their hand every day. How are they expecting more? How do we deliver more for them? But the real problem we're solving for is how are we giving those outcomes and proven outcomes? So when your customers say to you, was it really worth it? How good can you answer that question? Well, I realize within Clarion, we had some work to do here. As we've talked about this week, we're all looking for new ways to drive revenue growth, right? And that's coming from having more marketing services opportunities, selling more products, more events, more bespoke conversations at our show. But really, if you step back and think about it, we can sell really well, we can execute exceptionally well, but how well are we at proving those outcomes to our customers? Because the reality is, if you can't prove that value, someone else is going to take your budget, and that's the thing that we all have to pay attention to as we go forward. I'm going to dive into the events business for just a minute. So for years, I've gone to trade shows, and the first thing I do is I go to a booth, someone says, hey, can I scan your badge? And I think, my God, you don't even know my name, my company, and you clearly don't care what my business objectives are or what challenges I'm solving for. But we've conditioned our customers to say that lead list, that scan, is value to them. But really, what you're giving them is an Excel file, a flat file to say, here's everyone you met with. Now go ahead and figure out what to do next. But if we want to figure out a new stream of opportunity and a new path to value, we have to evolve this conversation. The challenge we faced at Clarion was lead retrieval revenue. It's a huge source of income for us, so I couldn't lose that income, but I had to reimagine what it could look like and how I could provide more value to make it stickier as we went forward. After you give that lead list to customers, you would hear things like, hey, my leads don't convert. How do I prove this ROI internally if you want to defend spend going forward? And the one that bothers me the most, because I came up in the organizations as a marketer, is I can get this cheaper somewhere else. But we're sitting on troves of data, we're sitting on market intelligence, but we weren't using it. So I said to my team, let's sit back and reimagine what this can be. And I decided we're not going to sell leads, guys. We're going to sell buying signals. And how do we understand buying signals? I'm not giving them dashboards, because I don't know about you, but I don't really want another dashboard. I have so many things to look at today. But I wanted to sell defensible narratives so they could understand proven outcomes we are delivering for them. And the final piece about cheap data, we all are buying data, we're all using data, but if you could actually give more value with data, make data richer to see an entire journey, that's a scarcity model, and scarcity, as we all know, drives value and drives revenue growth. So final point from the event business, We've mastered connections, and I would just be up here speaking today saying that face-to-face is probably the most trusted medium in the business today. So we know how to bring people together, right? And if you look at some of our websites, even some of your websites, I'm sure you say, we've got so many meetings at our event, so many connections happened here. But the reality is, we stopped right there. We didn't tell them how those connections were made, where they came from, and we're certainly not sharing that customer data and behavioral data that's really important to make sure they can unlock that next step. So the conversation with my team was connections without context do not change decisions and how your customers will buy with you. So we had a conversation internally, said if we want to grow, if we want to stay relevant, and if we want to be a leader in our space, we have to do it differently. And I knew my team could do it differently. So we spent 18 months talking with customers, walking in their shoes. And you might say, Liz, 18 months is a really long time in a business that's moving as fast as ours, and you're right. But that conversation needed to happen so I could understand where in the customer journey were their pain points. What else could I unlock that they really needed to defend strategy, to defend spend, and think about next opportunities here? But also along the way, we were building pieces of a product, putting it in the hands of the customer and saying, what if it could do this? Why don't you try it? Let us know how it works, and if you like it, we'll do more with you. That, to me, is a critical piece of getting the customer involved in the conversation. And ultimately, my direction for our team was, we have to redefine our role in our customers' businesses. So we launched a product called Converge Plus. I'll smile as I say this, but my team actually named it. I have a thing in the business that says if it doesn't have a name, it doesn't have a product. We can't all see the vision. So we said to the team, we want to be better at what we're doing to provide proven outcomes, to actually give value to our customers. Here's the product suite we could offer. What do we call it? And we had a contest. We actually gave them pizza for the winner, actually. But they got pizza. We got a name. We took off, right? So Converge Plus is our name. It is built on the insights from our customers, but it's also built with two incredible partners. Clarion's model is not a build first. Clarion's model is a buy and build with partners, and I think that's an important element to talk through. So we built this platform that's a connected analytic platform showcasing all of the connections our customers are making across every product Clarion sells. Now remember, I've got 50 shows, 12 different industries. I've got a lot of data and connections that I'm sitting on. And what this product did is it showed proven outcomes to our customers to defend their spend in the business. And the value didn't come from scanning alone. The value came from knowing which conversations my customers should engage with next. It did start with lead retrieval, but we reimagined it. So here you see a picture of Converge Plus Scan. The scanning process was redefined. We made it more modern. We made it easier for customers to actually focus on who they were speaking with versus just trying to get a quick scan and hopefully take notes and remember who they met with. The whole conversation was around making it easier and more actionable for customers to move to the next stage of their journey. But here's the piece I really love. We took it a step further. We built a connected analytic platform. This allows me to track all customer activity across all of my products, all of my brands, and all of the products that I'm selling to my sponsors. It's a single place for those sponsors to build their ICPs. You might be surprised by this. Not all my customers knew who their ICP should be. This is helping them. But it also showed them product activations, deeper insight, and I gave them more of the PII that I own to help them understand buying signals that are most important for their ROI. So here, AI is acting for us as a lead intelligent platform, connecting all of those pieces together. So it's really fun to talk about now, actually. We've launched on 8 shows. We launched in December of last year. But I'll be really clear, it did not start out as a perfect package. My team is sitting up front, and they remind me often, Liz, you were trying to fly a plane, build a plane, fly a plane, and land it at the same time. And we also had other events to run, other products to put on. But we learned we needed to come together. We brought data, digital, technology, commercial, and sales together and said, guys, here's the promise. If we can build something that actually solves a customer problem and creates new value for Clarion, are you in on the vision? The answer was they were. But here's some of the learnings we had along the way. And I'm sure you feel this too, but messy data gets exposed really damn fast. So I don't know how many of you in your reg systems have that awful question that says other. Don't say other, because when you have other and open-ended responses, when you play back to your customers their leads, It doesn't make any sense. It looks sloppy. We're cleaning our ways up along the way. Also, real time beats perfection every time. This was a hard thing for us to understand because we focus on delivery of excellence in everything that we do. But we had to teach our team saying we're building a prototype and it's got boundaries, right? And the next iteration will have more information in it, more bells and whistles, but it wasn't gonna be perfect at the time, and we had to explain that to the customers too, to say, here's phase one, here's what you're getting. They had other ideas for us, which we're taking along the way, but we couldn't do everything right out of the gate, because if we did, that 18 months would have taken 2-3 years to get to market. We had to be faster to market. Tech alone does not land. I firmly believe in everything we do as a tech and human approach. And actually, my team said to me this year, you know, Liz, you burned us out a little bit because we're also now tech support. I said, yeah, you are. But for me, the metric we had to focus on was engagement. It's not selling technology and hoping someone uses it. It's selling technology and ensuring they know what to do with it, they're onboarded properly, and they see value. Because I knew if I could get the tech into people's hands, they saw the same vision and value that I had, I could scale this across all of my properties within Clarion, which is exactly what we're doing. Our best products, of course, come from customer conversations, so building with those customers truly mattered because we were building something that answered the questions they had and gave them the features and functionality they needed. And finally, some of the partners are in the room here, but the best partners, I believe, are the ones who want to build with you. They'll take that risk, they'll come on the journey, but they're helping us get smarter every single day. So the good news, there was no plane crash. I'm sure you're wondering, there was no plane crash. There might have been a few tears of frustration, hopefully some of happiness as I saw the product land in people's hands. But we've gotten through it, and our ambition is still here to grow and become a lead intelligent platform across all of our businesses. So today, AI and predictability will be what we work on next. So we want to unlock that further to make sure customers know where do we go, what do they act on, and what signals can we give them. We've started with more continuous engagement. So we started with events because that was our core. Now we're moving to media. So everything a customer or sponsor does with me, I can connect them through a continuous engagement cycle, and they can watch a marketing funnel get built and know who to speak with next. And finally, we're working on value-based models. So when we roll this out, we had to have parameters around how we'll sell it, what it will look like, and where do we go. But I'm learning along the way with my team, some models are different. Media is going to respond differently. So we're evolving our packages, but we're evolving it based on need and value and where customers need to have things taken. And finally, I would just say that we're really becoming a part of where our customers grow and not just how they show up in events and media space. I want to show you some of the team here that came on that journey with me. They at first, I think, thought I was a little crazy, saying, we can do it better, it has to be stronger, we can drive more value and outcomes, but this team came with me, 40 people here on this team, plus great partners. And look, if you look at them now, they're all smiling, so that's a good thing, right? I didn't lose anyone along the way. But on a serious note, I'll leave you with this. It's really not about how we make our events and media better, it's about how do we make our customers more successful. And when we can live in their shoes and put them at the heart of everything we're doing, you will find real value, real outcomes, and definitely real partnerships. So we'd love to talk to you more about what we're doing with Converge. Again, some of our partners are here. My team is sitting up front, so Mike, Narissa, and Amanda are here, but we'd love to share where we're going, and we really think this is the next stage of how events and media companies need to respond to our sponsors. Thank you.